Welcome back to DTIT. My name is Dave, and DTIT is a place where someone can stop in for some basic IT help for common issues. Here at DTIT, I take you step by step through the problems using screenshots to see exactly what you need to do. I chose this format to help the new user or someone new to IT. If you find this kind of clip helpful, please hit the like and subscribe buttons. I have many more videos to come in the future. Okay, let's get into today's IT problem. Today we have printers and printer troubleshooting. One of the first things we can do is to verify that our connections are seated properly. It could be just simply a cord got bumped or something as simple as that and just might not be firmly in there. So just give them a little push to make sure they're in there right. And if they're seated correctly, just a simple restart of the machine may work. If not, unplugging it and replugging it forces the programming to refine everything and give it a clean start. Machines often get left on and they don't ever get a chance to get turned off and get a clean start. So just a restart, that solves a lot of the problems. Once you know the connections are seated properly and the machine has restarted with no issues, one thing that you can check is if it has a wireless connection, that the wireless capability is enabled. If your PC does not have that functionality or is not a part of that network, wirelessly, then that machine, that printer needs to be added wirelessly and shared. The other thing that goes with that is the printer needs to show that the status is online. If it's not online and not connected to the network, then you either have an IP issue, a wiring issue. There's a few things that could be, but simple. Keep it simple first. You're looking for a wireless connection that is enabled, and the printer status is showing online. Another thing we can do when it comes to troubleshooting printers is dealing with the print spooler. There are times where in an office environment, someone is trying to print something that has a file format that the printer either has issues with or is trouble resolving. And that can hang inside the printer. So everything that's stacked up behind that won't print until that current file is resolved. So sometimes just checking on the print spooler, clearing out any files that's hanging and getting those to send it through the machine again. Sometimes that can help. Or the other thing that may need to be done is just simply the print spooler itself needs to be reset. So that clears out everything that's in line, and everybody will have to resend their project to be printed, and that helps the issues, more times than not. One of the more technical things that we can deal with that's simple enough to resolve is dealing with drivers. Every device needs updates with drivers, and older machines and newer machines are going to need drivers to deal with their programming. So I recommend always keeping up with the latest driver with older machines. New technologies and new programs need newer drivers. So sometimes an older machine can have an issue resolved by just searching for the latest driver and installing that. Um, Another issue that can come up is if a machine has difficulty dealing with a new driver, and that new driver is having difficulty communicating with the device, you might need to roll back to a previous driver. So those are a little more upper level technical fixes, but it's always best practice to look for the latest driver and keep the up to date, for any machine using the best driver possible. I would say the last course of action you can do in dealing with printer issues is the need to uninstall the printer itself and reinstall it. Once you know that the drivers are updated, the print spooler has been cleared out, all the wiring is seated properly, you've tried restarting the machine, you might need to just uninstall that printer and reinstall it. Give the printer a clean start, from the beginning, and it'll search out through the online for all the proper drivers and updates that it would need. And if it doesn't, then manually do that. But giving it a clean install and a restart on that might be your issue. If you're still having a problem with this printer after doing everything we've said before, there's something wrong with that device, and I would recommend, in your office or where you're at, you need a new printer. There's something physically wrong with that it could be a circuit board's got an issue that is unresolvable. So these are just the basics of trying to just get through simple ways of dealing with this common issue. I thank you again for dropping by DTIT. I hope that you've found that this video was helpful. Again, if you have found this clip helpful, I would ask that you hit like and subscribe. There's many more of these helpful videos that I'm putting out. The printer situation we have here was not exactly screenshot step by step, because there's literally hundreds of different printers out there, and I don't have every printer that I could do that with. But this is a step-by-step process that should be simple for any new user or someone new to IT who could follow. So thanks again. I hope you found it helpful. Have a great day.